Alrighty, ladies and gents. So this is not what I expected. So this is a live game, I should say. All right. This is a game that's happening right now. We are probably 5, maybe 10 minutes behind actual live time. And when I joined the game, I was about to talk to you guys about Biry, because Biry is a player who plays a lot of ranked games, Argentinian player, and he goes for crazy all-in strats. And 99% of the time, he's Mongols. And 99% of the time, he tries to steal your stuff, and he goes very aggressive. He's not really an eco player. He's an aggro player. And I actually really enjoy playing players like that because it's fun. I'm like, okay, brace myself for what's coming. You know he's going to be crazy. But he's Persians here. And he's Persians, and I am pretty certain this was a pick sieve game. So here's what we're going to do. I think orange is something we are going to do for just this game just because it's Biry. And I know that there's a lot of people out there who are going to be upset with that. I get a little tired of red and blue. I'm going to keep orange. I understand that it's awkward. And that it also matches the chat at the bottom right, which is kind of cool. But yeah. Now, Alpha Star is a Brazilian player I don't actually know too much about. It's Brazil versus Argentina here. So it's a Brazilian player. And I don't know if he was known as something else in the past. But I know that if he's at this level, 2100 ELO, that he knows Biry. And they're already talking to each other. Yeah, look, I love this. This is why I joined this game. Good luck, have fun. Yo, GGGGL. Good luck, XD. No. Stoop. I'm afraid of the TC push. And Biry says, no, I go FC, which is no, I go fast castle. Now, I don't have a lie detector here. And I don't have like a buzzer I can play. But I'm just going to say, that is a lie. There is no way he is going fast castle. I don't know what FGC means. I don't know what he's saying exactly, but FC means fast castle, and I can't see it. He's going to try something else, and it is possible that he is going to try the TC drop, because why else would Biry, of all people, pick Persians? They have the extra HP on the TC. They love to delete their town centers and drop. And look, Blue's scared. Blue is walling. Blue is trying to wall up already, which is hilarious to me. So, a lot of early walling here for Alpha Star. But yeah, I know a lot about Biry. And now Biry's going to try and lame the Mongols. No hesitation whatsoever. No hesitation. He's like, I'll take your boar. Oh, boy. That boar was in the back of the map as well. And Biry still got to it before Blue could. Okay, so we have to follow this now. And Blue has definitely seen it go over here. But that hurts the Mongols, right? Like, even if this boar ends up getting back there somehow, the Mongols hunt faster, and this delays that from being a possibility. Now, Biry he doesn't do the weave approach when he lames. He does the stop approach. So you see the stopping? That's how I do it as well, and I actually learned that from Huang. So I don't know if Biry does that, but it's usually you have to weave back and forth to keep the boar close. Otherwise, you run too fast. And he's got a villager here. What? What? He knows it's going to go back, and he's going to take the boar with the villager. And now Blue's like, okay, what? My boar's going to go back to my base now. Obviously, the boar's going to go back to my base. I just got to wait for it to run back. And okay, that was epic, man. That was epic. And now he's accidentally laming himself. He tried to get between the boar and the villager. And now, uh-oh, it's going back. No. Okay, come with me, boar. And I guarantee you, Blue's like, where's my boar? Where's my boar? I don't understand. And I think he's going to look now and he's going to see this. And he's going to think it's the scout. Oh, God. We've got another village joining in. Blue was not expecting this. And, oh, boy. Okay. Oh, no. Biry. Disaster. Scout goes down. Villager's going to go down. Okay. Another villager in on this now. Surprisingly, both players have had very little TC idle time, and now Blue really wants his boar, and he's like, I'm going to block you. And the villager tries to fight back, but yeah, Blue, you just got to give up on it here. Holy crap. Anyone else need to take a deep breath? Here, I'll do it for you. Okay. Now, what's funny is Biry has 500 wood, which again makes me think that he actually wanted to go for a TC drop here. So I think his whole strategy changed. I don't think you would ever send this much to wood with a civ that already starts with more wood. There's just no world where you would do this if you wanted to go for something other than a TC drop. And he's gonna be like, better late than never. We are gonna TC drop. Now I think Blue has noticed all of this and is thinking, okay, he is probably going fast castle. So blue's like, well, you know what? Okay, he wouldn't tell me he's going fast castle and actually do it, but it kind of feels like we're safe now. We didn't take our boar, which is sad. Let's just take our hunt. Let's wall up. Life is good again. I'm happy. I'm happy to be playing Age. I'm really happy I procrastinated from doing my homework or going to work or whatever. And okay, so now Biry's getting a little crazy here because he is trying to play the block game to kill the villager, but now blue knows what this means. And blue's like, house foundation, house foundation, house foundation. Blue wants to block a potential TC spot for Biry. I honestly don't think Biry should delete this. I think Biry should just Vil fight at this point because blue's going to be so freaked out that blue is going to place a million houses and have a lot of idle time, and maybe Biry could get his way out of this. By the way, Biry plays aggressive like this every freaking game. There are days where you're not having a good day and you see Biry and you're like, oh no. But I truthfully really enjoy playing him because it's just craziness, man. Every second is entertainment. Well, it depends on what side you're on, I guess, but seriously. So, TC drop was denied. Great job from blue. Alpha Star runs away here. And these players know each other quite well. This villager needs to run away, as does this villager. Biry's going to try and block, and it looks like that won't be possible. This villager does get killed, though. The thing about Biry when I play him is I'm like, okay, his macro is not that good. And so I'm looking over here, and his macro is just not that good. He doesn't have much eco. That said, these 5 villagers have at least idled 5 or more villagers from blue. So it feels like that aspect is even. The problem and the thing that's not going to be even, and Biry, hello, is he... Okay. The problem is blue can make military. And so, as entertaining as this has been, Biry's going to make a forward lumber camp. It is possibly going to be, or spell trouble for our Argentinian aggressor. Because these villagers are not trapped, but they're just not in a great position if the opponent can make feudal age military. And great job from blue, who is still hasn't lost the scout and used it as a bait. I love that. That was, there's been a lot of amazing plays in this game, but that was epic. Hey, villagers are going to run away. Biry's like, you know what? I don't want you to make that archer range. The villagers could still have an opportunity to escape. I mean, he's delayed that range. He's definitely delayed that range. You need to escape, though. If you get trapped here, Biry, you're getting too greedy. You got to run. Okay, and he realizes that. He's just, the longer he delays this, the more time he buys for himself so he can get to the next stage. 90, you don't need macro when you go the way of chaos. Well, you do. But, you know, Biry is just a wild man. And I would have left already. It's my instinct is to leave this place because you're surrounded by the enemy. But Biry's like, your home is my home. You invited me once, and I'm here to stay forever, okay? You didn't tell me how long I was supposed to stay. I kind of feel like these villagers are something that Biry is going to need to take advantage of here. But also, I think he's going to need a defensive building or two. On the bright side for Biry, though, he hasn't lost that many villagers. As I say that, another one's going to go down. Blue's micro is very good. And Blue's going to have 2 archers. These villagers need to leave! Biry is a madman. We see the forward archer range. Now, you don't want to show Blue that. Yeah, yes! You want to run with this Vil. You don't want to show Blue that there's something here. So even if you lose this Vil, I think it's better to hide this. And then I think you need a defensive archer range, too. Look at the way Blue hits and runs, by the way. Very well done. And yeah, this villager has to run. I think this villager will be saved. Now, what you look for... Oh, God. There's a tiger attacking Biry. Oh, no. Oh, he shouldn't have chose the color orange. The tiger felt threatened. He said, only I can wear that color. And there you go. That villager goes down to the tiger. The skirm shows up, but the skirm wasn't really about it. But Blue didn't really know this is happening because Blue's probably focused at this over here. And so this is the chaos, guys. This is what Biry can do. We've got skirms to counter the archers, and Biry is actually fine. Biry went for a horse collar and the wood upgrade, so his farms will last longer, and his wood is being chopped faster, and he now has a forward position. And Blue's like, I hate this. let's go for a stable. Because if the enemy has skirmishers, you can get scouts out to counter that. Biry should sense he's vulnerable against that. And normally what you do when you sense you're vulnerable... Look! Look, look, look! Because his house is being attacked, he can see the stables coming up. This is actually huge. So when something's attacking one of your units or buildings, there's always vision around the unit that's attacking. And so because the archer is standing next to the stable, Biry will know. And look what he does. He makes archers now, which is going to be stronger against scouts. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. We now have blue thinking, you know what? Screw feudal age. I'm going to try and go up to castle age. And it's greedy. And it required selling all the stone, which means no towers, no stone walls. But you've got a lot of gold income over here. The stable is up, and it's not going to be scouts. It's likely going to be knights, and I think that could end Biry's day. If Biry doesn't get in here and do damage soon. Crazy. 4-1 eco KD. It's actually 5 villagers lost for Biry because of the tiger. Now, is Biry's eco better in the long run because of all the eco upgrades? Yes. But it's obviously going to be very exposed. He's just going to casually wall up this tower. How you use your first couple knights really matters here. I think in an ideal world, you would want to have your first couple knights trade against army, and then the next go over here. You don't want to spend too much time on eco and too much time on army. You want to have a balance, but... Like, let's say Biry's on the way to castle age. A lot of archers could be an issue if they're upgraded. So I think your first couple knights definitely have defined army. Hey, thank you for the congrats on 300k. Appreciate it. Glad to have you here. This is an amazing game. And this is just a ranked game. This is the fun we miss out on when we don't cast live ranked games. I love this. And I'm so happy that Biry is playing against him and not me. He also, Biry always calls me daddy every time I play him. He's like, ja, 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 hello, daddy. I think one time he said hello, daddy, and I said hello, son, as like a joke. And then ever since, he continues to call me daddy, I think because he knows I don't like it, so. Now, this is going to be a building wall, like maybe a siege workshop. Biry's just a wild guy. Don't take anything Biry does too seriously. He's just a wild guy, all right? There's a lot of army out there for Biry. And he's going to break through. And I thought blue was maybe going to make a building here to block it off. Blue sacrificed so much. It doesn't have the knights to kill these armies yet. And these villagers are over here to TC the golds. But here comes Biry. And Biry wants his revenge. That said, there's knights with bloodlines and armor. This is going to be very bad for this group. It got exciting for a second for all the Biry fans out there. But knights with armor and bloodlines, guys, wreck archers before crossbow. Also, look at the micro there from Alpha Star, saving the weak one for later. Maybe we'll use a relic. Or use a relic. Sorry, use a monk. And I thought relic, but just heal it up. And this is going to be dealt with. Biry staying in the castle age is going to make spearmen from home. But does Biry know about that gold? I don't think he does, right? Yeah. Biry's thinking, I'm denying this gold, and this gold. But I think this is about to start looking a whole lot worse for the Argentinian. The positive here is that... Oh, will that get killed? Nope. Nice save from Alpha Star. The positive here, though, is that Biry won't be hit by anything for a few moments. When you go for early nights and the second TC like this, you don't have eco upgrades. You know, you just really struggle to do anything but what you've already done. You can't really move out all that successfully with a lot. So I think since Biry has some spearmen, a couple spearmen at home probably defends from any exposed villagers he has. And I guess we'll see, of course. But I think Biry will make it to Castle Age. Now, will Biry have a lot of army? I don't know. Will Biry be behind in villagers? Probably. But that can easily change if Biry would make some knights or make some siege. Holy crap, Connor. Thank you for 4,500 stars. This is awesome game. Also, to echo others, congrats on the 300k. Thank you so much. That's crazy. I'm glad you're here, though. People who support me like that, I'm glad you're here for this, because this is a great game. And the archers and the spearmen just show up out of nowhere. Also, part of the reason certain players pick orange is because it's harder to see. There's a reason I don't have it for casting all the time. It's just not easy to see, and the monk goes down. What in the world is that, man? Uh-oh. These units did die to the TC, though. Biry was feeling like a god when he saw this, and then he didn't realize that the TC was fully garrisoned over there. It doesn't mean that this situation is all bad, though. It's 61 pop versus 57. We've got some great players here, and great micro from Blue, who will clear up these archers. Biry, working from the forward ranges, is probably still going to make archers, but did lose a lot. Feels really bad to get crossbow and bodkin arrow for what will be 6 archers. Now, I would say Biry is a player who struggles with balance. He's been getting better at it, but he's either all-in aggression and he wins or loses, or he's like a big boomer with lots of economy and he wins or loses. So I'm curious to see what his balance looks like here. Because he's adding the TC now. So he's going to lose this. This is a painful thing to see for him. 31 to 11 KD for Blue. But I can't help but feel like this area, guys, like, with these 2 golds being here, I can't help but feel like vision on this area and the stone. I feel like there's going to be a point where Blue just forgets about this, and Blue thinks nothing's going to be produced there anymore. And then Biry's just going to pop in out of nowhere and surprise him. If I wanted a 3rd town center, I think I would want it over here or over here, somewhere on that side. 49 villagers versus 58. Blue is looking to find damage, and Blue really needs to remember eco upgrades here. I have uncle energy. I'd be the fun uncle, though, right? Not like the boring, lame uncle. Uh-oh, Knight gets in. And I like what Blue did here. He knows what the Spearman means. He attacks that first because he knows the Knight would win the 1v1, and then he doesn't have to worry about losing the Knight. But Biry does actually notice this, and so now can get some quick walls down. Considering Biry has eco upgrades and Persian town centers do produce faster, I feel as though this is a very close game. And it will be 3 TCs for Biry. When you're talking about Mongols, by the way, you're not really thinking about the power of their knights. You're thinking about how strong Mongols can be if they get to Mangadai, which requires stone. Good little attack there from Alpha Star. I think Alpha's going to get a relic as well. Okay, getting horse color now. So at least started to realize that that was an issue. We actually see Cav Archers as a choice for Blue. I don't hate that. And here comes Biry. Like I said, he's going to do something with this. He's going to continue to keep you guessing. And here he is. Now, I think if the armies were together, I think if it was Knights and Crossbows against what we have here, it would be pretty close. But I think for Biry, he's going to run right into the Scorpions. And he's going to lose a lot of crossbow HP. Now, obviously, he's going to bring in the Knights. But in theory, the Camels would take out the Knights. But I guess not. Okay, not bad, not bad, not awful. Man, we have such a close game right now. The Monks can convert the Knights, so Biry's got to be careful. And it should be 1 conversion. Yep, 1 conversion because life is fair. Gives Blue time to... Oh, it was about to convert the other. That one gets deleted. Monks are going to die. This one goes over to a new monk, but we have an even game. Idle TC time around 5 minutes for both. Man, what a great game. What a great Age of Empires game. It definitely one that like broke that meta that we might be used to. I love how both players had like a design strategy to just got thrown. What's the saying? Thrown away? No, I guess thrown away works. Thrown to the wayside, yes. The strategies just didn't pan out. And I like how it's winnable for both players. But I do have more and more concerns for Biry and his civilization as this game goes on. Because I feel like Mongols are just the powerhouse imp civ. Persians are more of the get early damage in and then boom while you have a lead civ. And he doesn't have a lead right now. Now that the Cav Archers are starting to come out, this could be an issue, though they didn't even have fletching until right now. And oh, Biry trying to get away with one here. We'll lose these villagers. The TC will also be delayed and denied. I like the Cav Archer choice. Thrown out the window. I guess that works too. Sorry. Thrown for a loop. Thrown. We could say a lot of things, I guess. So I don't know if anyone else feels this. I don't know if this is just like T90 a T90 thing where I talk about things that are completely useless for every other person in existence. But I have an issue with Persians when I play with them, and I'm on 3 TCs. And I know their TCs only work like 10% faster at that time, but it genuinely feels like I do not float resources to make army because I am producing villagers so consistently. So it's good that, you know, you produce villagers faster, but I feel like a 3 TC boom with Persians, it's really hard to also produce a lot of army with that. Because to keep all the TCs producing, you also have to have more farms and things like that. So, I don't know. That's just me. So I guess like what I could do to adjust is I could go for 2 TCs. And it might compete with 3 TCs and then I have more army or something. I don't know. Spooty, what's up? Says, do you still get the money if I sub with Twitch Prime? Yes, I do. Still a Twitch partner, so it's still an option to support. Still got the Patreon page and all that. And Biry with ballistics will complete the TC. 115 population. And we have Alpha going to Imp. Oh, I don't like this, actually. So, guys, when you go Imperial Age, one of your TCs is not producing villagers, plus you spend the resources. So we've got 1 town center producing vills versus what will be 5? Well, not 5 yet. 4 for now. That castle. Even if that castle goes up, he's going to have like 3 Mangudai when he makes it to Imp. Like, this castle. Oh, no. But again, what I said earlier is you would never expect someone to fall back and boom and go into camels and still make crossbows like this. Especially with Persians, because they don't get arbalest. You just think you'd give up on those buildings. But Biry will not let anyone breathe. He will pressure in whatever way he can, and I really like it because, as I said, Mongols, probably the better civ if this game goes on with eco and castles and things of that nature. Now, I mean, he is going to get the castle up, and it's also going to secure the gold and the stone. And if he can get enough ranged units out, even just getting Bracer and Chemistry for these Cav Archers, the army's going to be no joke here. Is the eco way behind? Definitely. But also, I don't know if this army scales well against the Mongols. And so now that the castle's gone up, I actually like this a lot more, but I think that Blue just needs to make sure he doesn't take any fights, which loses him the Cav Archers right now. Because you are going to need those. And so I like how he backed away from the gold, but you can tell he's waiting for Bracer and Parthian tactics, which gives them armor. And then he's going to go in for the fight. Biry is sending crossbows this way, but does he know about the castle? He doesn't. He's sending army home. He's got a massive economy. Here come the Mongols. 6+3 attack. Be very tanky. Parthian takes a while to complete, but look at these Cav Archers. Look at it. And he's not actually making Mangudai. He's choosing to stick with the Cav Archers. That would actually be faster production because he does have 2 ranges and only 1 castle. But the Mangudai are the slightly better units. So I would say make the Mangudai. And they're not even slightly better once you get elite. They're just way better. Also, guys, he has a trebuchet here. And I don't know if he was planning on taking this out. I think he just realized it was there. But he's going to go for that castle from Biry. But he didn't kill this. I think he must have noticed it, because I think he wants to deny this. And I don't think he will deny this. I think these Cav Archers are going to have to turn around, run home. Because right now, this idle time is insane, and Biry needs to go up to the Imperial Age, for sure. The problem for Biry now, as you have skirmishers over here now, is you can't deal with these trebs. Not comfortably, anyhow. And Blue's going to make another castle. What's good for Biry is his economy number. But a lot of that economy is behind the castles. I take back what I said about Blue going fast imp. The fast imp into castles have actually really worked out. I just thought this castle would have never completed. And, you know, Biry, it's not like it was a mistake to go over here, but for 1 second wasn't keeping an eye on this area, which is near his ranges, and he's kind of paying the price for it right now. And he's in a spot where he feels like he has to produce army to stay alive in this game. And he's going to go all in Castle Age against this, guys. But will Castle Age units be enough against the power of the Mongols and the firing speed of their Cav Archers? And when you have no protection from a Treb push. Has Twitch contacted you at all since you stopped streaming there? Nope. I get the automated stuff like, hey, we would like to set up a time to talk to you, which I always got, and then I would schedule stuff to talk to them, and then they would never show up. I still get those things, but I get like the normal Twitch partner emails, you know, but nope, no contact. 2 castles. Feels like the sky's the limit right now for blue at 94 villagers with 2 castles, soon to be 3. This bothers me. This makes me sad. You can tell Biry's still very torn on what to do. He's like, I want to go imp. I can't go imp. I want to go imp. I can't go imp. Like, you need to kill this, because if nothing else, just because it's bothering me. Okay, there you go. He's going to kill that. And I think blue wants to drop a castle on the same exact hill over here right now. Uh-oh. Well, you know what you do in blue's position? Don't even worry about it. Just back away for a second and just treb that. That's just another thing you can treb. A lot of upgrades in those camels. Full armor. Biry was on 5 TCs, is now on 4 TCs, about to be on 3 TCs. Blue still sending villagers out. I mean, this is still winnable for Biry. If he can click up to imp somehow and... This is funny. I don't know. It's so tricky, man. It's so tricky. He's still got random units over here. Like, blue really wants to push, which is understandable. But maybe he should just chill out for a bit and deal with this so the economy can look better back at home. 14 on food is not pretty. But, okay. You want the castle on the hill normally, but guess what? Blue wants protection for the trebs. I get it. Biry needs to, anytime he adds a farm now, or anytime he expands eco, he needs to avoid the middle area. If you can get it spread out on the backside, it could be good. I would say the same with the castles, but this castle has already gone up, which is painful to see. Remember, Persians don't get bracers, so the ranged units don't get better. They do get the cavalry armor, though, so maybe you just continue to make those units. I don't think, unless I'm wrong and my chat can correct me, I don't think we actually saw Commander on yet for Biry, and you need the castles for that. And while he's got the resources, I think he would have wanted that upgrade. But the thing is, as exciting as Commander on can be, I know that one player made 1,800 crossbows. Crossbows still suck against cav archers. Like, it's still a crossbow. So it only costing wood does not get you out of this hole. But it is a complementary unit. It's something you can mix in. Persians do get thumb ring. Yeah, so you can get thumb ring with crossbow. He's going to add another castle. Okay, now blue, you might be like, okay, blue's not pushing. No, he's starting to fix his eco. So he's come back here, dealt with this. You can see the farm numbers gone up. Starting to fix the economy a little bit. 160 population for Biry. Another castle. I love how blue's playing it. He's like, my whole game is going to revolve around castles and treb pushing. And I will continue to protect my trebuchets with a castle. That's very smart thinking. And I love how he's not splitting his groups much either. Like if he was cav civ, or I should be more specific, like knights or light cav, then you spread out. But what you don't do with a ranged ball is split up. A lot of people try and get too fancy with that. And then you send 2 cav archers or 5 cav archers, and that gets picked off. Do not divide the groups. Continue this push. Continue to keep an eye. Biry's still making stuff down here. Continue to keep an eye on this. And here goes Biry with knights. And he's looking for damage right now. But blue also was able to get relics, which means that the gold income is going to be top tier long term. We have heavy cav archer. I'm just pumped about the fact we're seeing cav archers as opposed to Mangadai. I mean, yeah, Mangadai are better, but you could argue blue would never have had this mass if you wouldn't have started with the cav archers. I don't think I would have gone cav archer. I think I would have had those 15 cav archers and got bracer and whatnot, but I think would have started making Mangadai. And I honestly, I still think that would have been fine as well, but it's just interesting to see. Here's the raid. And this is a castle that tells me that blue's worried about that. Blue's worried that Biry will have like 50, 60 farmers. and will raid the back area of this eco. Biry trying. He knows if he loses this hill, it is probably over, despite how high his population is. But when you're in these stressful games, you create villagers, add eco, create military, fight. And you repeat that cycle. And sometimes it's really hard to notice that you're at 150 villagers. And that's why your population says 180. Because right now, his military count's not looking too hot. His Vil count, I mean, it says he has 150, but there's not 150 working right now. There's maybe 60 working right now. And it feels like it is just a matter of time. Was repairing. Still trying to use Treb v Trebs. His chances here go up if he can take out Blue's Trebuchets. Blue, though, starting to raid a little bit with the light cav. This is the proper raiding unit, forcing reactions from Biry. And Biry's got so much work to do to stay in this game. I don't see it. Even if he keeps the castle up, he's just going to be completely open to light cav raids. I mean, yeah, okay, Blue's farming eco isn't the greatest, but still. Biry would have to be an absolute mastermind to be able to deal with this. Because look, just garrisoning leads to so many idols, and then you have to deal with that. But Biry feels like the only way he wins is if he's stubborn here, and he's continuing to be stubborn. He comes in with the Cavalier. Is he going to get these Trebs? Oh, no, that's so sad. Oh, that's so sad. He was so close. He's at 165 villagers. Maybe he would have had a chance to expand his economy behind that castle, but now that the castle's down, even though Blue lost a lot of Trebs, Biry will lose everything. And yeah, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't with Persians in this situation, regardless, because you fell behind. Going pikemen for light cav doesn't work because the cav archers shred that. Going skirmishers doesn't work because they kind of suck as Persians. And also because there's light cav, and Mongols have that extra HP. By the way, I'm pretty sure that these were Biry's farms. I'm pretty sure Blue stole farms, but I could be wrong. Because was there not a TC right here? I think this guy stole Biry's farms. He's like, you take my gold, you threaten to TC drop me, buddy, and I will steal your farms. GG, though. Wow, what a game. That was an incredible game. Back and forth, back and forth. I mean, I feel very fortunate that we found that one. From the chat to the start, or at the start, to how things developed in the later stages, it was huge. Honestly, this is a game where if Biry had vision on that castle going up, because it had 0 protection, I think Biry wins this game. Because if the castle... So 2 things. The first thing is the castle going up led to the trebuchets, but the trebuchets were only protected and were only safe against this castle because the trebuchets could deploy from underneath it, right? So Biry was attacking here. If he would have denied this or delayed it and Blue had to build one, it would have been further back. And I think all-in Castle Age army with knights and skirmishers would have actually worked. And then, of course, Biry would have this castle standing for a while. So I think Biry's a little unlucky. I mean, obviously, Alpha Star won the game. I think Alpha Star did a great job with a lot of things. Biry was a little unlucky. Because the castle spot here made a lot of sense, but he just didn't know that Blue would ever be bold enough to make a castle here with 0 protection. And for a player who is very active around the map in this area, he just didn't spot it. I think he spots that it's a completely different game, and I think that Blue, even if he gets a Cav Archer mass, just doesn't have the Treb position. And Blue recognized that for a long time. Only deployed the Trebs if it was protected by a castle. But still very fun. And if we're lucky, maybe they queue up and maybe they play more. But awesome to see the civs too. Some classic civilizations. Not that I don't mind the newer expansions, but let's face it. I'm an old man. I'm a boomer. I remember the Mongols and Persians days. I actually remember my first 2 months of casting. And I remember I said, oh no, this player doesn't have the final armor upgrade on their hussars with Mongols. What a mistake. And then someone pointed out, with my 10 viewers, someone pointed out the Mongols don't actually get the final armor upgrade on their cavalry. So that player had fully upgraded hussars. And that's not that sting, but that embarrassment. because I said it so boldly and I thought I knew what I was talking about. And guess what? I had no clue what I was talking about back then. It still stuck with me. It still bothers me to this day. That was back in 2015. And so when I see this matchup, I just think of those old classics, you know? It's classic matchups. And still, anytime I look at a Mongol Hustler, I'm like, ooh, ow, ooh, that hurts. More wood, more food for Biry, a lot more food. And he wasn't that far off with some of the other resources, but Persians just struggle against that composition that Blue got for, or got to. And if you're curious about the APM, because those guys were moving a mile a minute, I absolutely love how Biry's highest APM, the most action in the game we saw from Biry and from Blue, was in the Dark Age. That is the most Biry stat I've ever seen in my life, dude. Any other player, and you've got like, okay, moderately fast. Wow, that's impressive. He must have drushed here, man-at-arms. Then it's like crossbows. Wow, spiky, lots of movement. Crossbows, TCs. Well, imp, stables, this and that. So it's like a progression, and it goes up. But I guess because of all the villager clicking, all the scout clicking, all the tiny micro moves, there were more clicks and more actions recorded by Capture Age within the first 12 minutes of the game. Maybe I shouldn't be surprised, but that's funny.